Hi friends, Tracy Bish here, Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Central Victoria, Australia. Welcome to the countdown to Christmas. I have teamed up with my good friend Rachael Merrick from Merrick Makings. She is a fellow demonstrator as well, and we are super excited to be sharing with you some great projects using some wonderful products from Stampin' Up! To get you ready for your Christmas crafting. This is day 14 of the countdown to Christmas, and we are creating this little treat holder today. Is this not gorgeous? Has a little belly band that slides straight off, and inside the box there is a little treat inside. Now what's really great about this one is it does fold flat, so great for transportation. You don't have to have it fall apart, but it fits this in perfectly, and what a great little gift idea as well. So you could give this as, you know, just as a thank you for your help throughout the year, for your postal worker, bank teller, whoever. Also makes a nice little gift for kids as well. So this is what we're going to create today. Let's get over and get started. Okay guys, getting straight into it. Welcome to the countdown of Christmas. Today's project, I'm actually creating a really great treat box. It squashes down flat, and we are using the North Pole Delivery Suite. I have the gorgeous North Pole Delivery 12 by 12 DSP as well as the Dear Dots, and I'm also bringing in a die set, the traditional labels die set as well, just to add a little bit of extra interest to this little treat holder. So here it is here. Look at this. Is this not the cutest little treat holder you've ever seen? Look at all that little bit of stamping. That is the only stamping on the whole project. So we're going to slide this little belly band off, and we have a little box all ready to go. And look at that. Has a little Haribo mega roulette. I've probably said that wrong, but it does fold flat, which is super cool. You can actually make a few of these with one sheet of A4, which is amazing. Fits in there perfectly, but look at that. Absolutely stunning. So we are going to need some stamps, some ink to do our belly band. I've got my garden green ink, and the stamp set is that Jolly Delivery. We're just going to use the envelopes here for that. And like I did say, I've got that Traditions of Christmas, traditional labels dies, which I've already die cut this little label just for the ease as well. From the annual catalogue, I've grabbed out this gorgeous shaded spruce and soft seafoam ribbon. This is, what's it called? Bordered ribbon. It's gorgeous. One side has the shaded spruce, the other one has the soft seafoam. Really, really pretty. It does work quite well with garden green. We did get a new garden green ribbon for the online exclusives, but not in time to be able to create that. And then we've finished it off with those Dear Dots from that North Pole Delivery Suite. All right, let's get started. I do have my kit ready to go. So I have that die cut in Poppy Parade. I have 5 pieces of DSP that measure 3/4 of an inch by 6 inches. I have the belly band, which measures 4 3/4 by 2 1/4. And then we have the garden green cardstock, and this is for our treat box. It is 8 1/4 by 4 3/4. And if you didn't catch all those measurements, don't worry. There is a bundle tutorial at the end of this series that you can purchase with all 24 tutorials in there. So, and it's going to be really cheap, so you're going to really want to get that. Okay, so I'm going to do a little bit of scoring for our treat box. And we're going to start with the 8 1/4 inch side. We're going to score at 1 inch. Let's get rid of our cutting blade. We're going to use our grey scoring blade. So 1 inch and 7 1/4. And then we're going to turn it to the 4 3/4 inch side. We're going to score at 3/4 of an inch. 1 3/4, 2 3/4, and 3 3/4. that's all ready to go. Let's bring the belly band piece in. We are going to score this at, on the 4 3/4 inch side, the larger side, at 1 1/8 of an inch, 2 1/4, 3 3/8, and 4 1/2. Okay, that gives us that ready to go. Now before we start cutting our little treat holder to pop together, I'm going to do some quick stamping. So I do need to grab out that little envelopes. I've used these envelopes a ton in all my projects because they're super cute, and why wouldn't you? So I'm going to grab just a scrap piece of paper and let's do some stamping. So we're just going to do some random stamping here. The way they're set out on the block makes it really easy to do the stamping. Okay, very quick and easy. You could also leave this completely blank. That would look fine too, as well. All right, let's bring our bone folder in, and we're just going to do some quick burnishing of those score lines. The same with our box. We're using the North Pole Delivery DSP, so you could certainly change this around to anything you would like in your stash. And one thing you want to note is there is a smaller, these four are all the same measurement, and then we have a smaller tab as well. That's going to be our closure or our lid for our box. So you want to just be sure that you have that right area. Okay, so the tab is at the top. I'm actually going to move that to the bottom. We're going to work with that first, and we're going to cut down these score lines down to that second score line there, and take those completely off like that. And same with the other side. Okay. Now we're not cutting up the sides here. We're going to do a little bit more scoring. So I'm going to bring my stylus in. Found it. It was on the floor. Of course it was. I'm also going to use my metal ruler to work out our little score lines. So we have our tab up the top here. This first little tab, little square on the right hand side, we're going to take from that tip into this score line in here. So I'm just going to take my metal ruler, line them up, and then just score. And then for the little tab down the bottom here, we're going to go the opposite. So this corner up to this corner. And I'll bring this up and share with you as we get a little bit closer. Okay. Moving over to this side, we've got this corner down to the score line here. And then the bottom corner up to the score line. Now we can fold these score lines in, and to create that box, this score line has to come in. So effectively, this top triangle and this bottom triangle will be adhered down, and then these will fold up like so. Oop. So once we've adhered them down, you can see that'll be a box. Okay, so let's do the same on this side. Fold in, fold in. And that gives us our little box. Now I do want to just burnish those a little bit more with my bone folder. Just making sure that those creases are really well positioned. Once they're actually creased in the right position, you'll notice it sort of sits that way all the time, so you won't have to sort of fight with it or anything. Okay, before we add our adhesive and pop the box together, I do want to add my DSP. So I have my DSP, and I've just cut these from one strip, so they're 6 inches across, and every 3/4 of an inch we have chopped them off. And I think I kept them in some sort of semblance, so I need to start at the bottom. This is going to be on the tab. Okay, let's bring in some adhesive and start adding those in. So I'm going to use liquid glue. Your tear and tape would work, Seal Plus or Seal, whatever you have in your stash. Moving to the next one. I think I need to get another glue out. And if they don't line up, it really doesn't matter because no one is going to be looking at that. My best blade plans probably have gone wrong anyway. We all know that these little envelopes, they look super cute, and people aren't going to be taking that big of a notice if they're going the right way or they match up. Last one. So I did get these lollies from Aldi here in Australia. You could probably get them at a lot of different other places. Lifesavers, a big thing of Lifesavers would work as well. So see what you fit in. You could also get a chocolate bar roll, like a Cadbury roll of chocolate. That would work as well. All right, I do want to corner around these edges. It just gives it a nice little look to it. I have this old punch that I'm going to use. You might have a corner rounder in your stash, or maybe the envelope punch board if you still have that. Gives it just a nice little border on the edge. All right. So now we're just going to add a little bit of adhesive, and I'm definitely going to get another glue. Okay, we are cooking now. Let's add a little bit of glue to this corner and also this bottom triangle. Just going to fold that flat and hang on to it just for a quick minute. Doing the same on this one, so that top triangle and the bottom triangle. And as you can see, it folds down flat as you close the box, which I do need to give it just a little bit more time to make sure that that's nice and strongly held down. But look at that. So cute and perfect size for our little roulette. Okay. Bringing in our little belly band. I'm going to add some tear and tape to our little tab down the bottom. And I find it's easier if you pop it together on the box. So let's take that backing off. You also want to make sure that you're not shutting it too tight, because you need it to have that wiggle room to be able to slide on and go back on again. And there's plenty of room there to slide on and off. There we go. Let's start decorating. We have a little poppy parade, which matches perfectly with this DSP. I'm going to do a nice little bow with this gorgeous ribbon. I think I made a faux bow. Yeah, I think I did. So let's do that again. That's nice and big. Let's chop this off. I love the two tones in that ribbon. It's nice and rich and absolutely stunning. I'm going to use a little bit of tear and tape to adhere that down. And because this is a faux bow that's not stuck together down in any way, I'm going to actually put a little bit of tear and tape over the top as well. So let's roll him in the middle, and then another piece of the tear and tape over the top. Such a nice little bow without that extra bulk. So taking that backing off, I do need to pick out a die cut from that beautiful DSP. So this DSP has die cut sheets that you can use for decorations, quick and easy scrapbooking, card making, all those things. There we have it. So I think we're going to go, we've got the green one here. I think we're going to go with the green one again because we have the green ribbon. And he's got all these little presents in the back of the ute as well, or the truck. So So we're going to pop this one up with some dimensionals. And they adjust here. So I've got 3 down. Popping a little truck over the top. So you can definitely still see that poppy parade underneath. Of course, we're going to pop this one up again. So 2 on the belly band. If you love this suite and the products that I've used on today's project, you can purchase them in my online store. There'll be a link on the screen, and I'll also have a link in the description of this video as well. So check that out. If you live in Australia and you would like any of the great products that we've used, you can certainly purchase them there. And I've got some great rewards for being a customer of mine. So I've got a large garden green. Let's get a poppy parade, a little one. Pop him down there. And I'm sure I had another one there and it's gone missing. So let's get another one. Sure, I might use the petal pink one because I don't think I'll probably use the petal pink ones as much. So I'm going to use that one again. Down here. So we've got 3 little deer dots on each one. And look, the trucks are going the opposite way. So cool. How great are these? Very, very simple and so pretty. And a real wow factor to give as a little treat to anyone for Christmas. And you could change these. These could be great party favors, wedding favors, thank you gifts, all those things. You know, you could change them around for whatever you have in your stash. I really hope that you've enjoyed today's project. If you have, please give me a thumbs up. I would love it if you hit the like button, subscribe, leave me a comment, let me know what you think of today's project. And Rachel will have a wonderful project coming up as well. And if you haven't seen all the projects that we've been using or sharing with you for the countdown to Christmas, please check the description of this video. They are all linked there as we go along. So yeah, come and join them. Don't forget to go over and see Rachel's projects. Give her, thumbs up, subscribe to her channel, leave her a lovely comment. We've been enjoying bringing these videos to you, so hopefully you're enjoying and getting some lots and lots of inspiration throughout the time as well. Okay, everyone, have a wonderful night, and I'll see you all really soon. Bye.